Hey guys, Sunstreaker Wozza here, and welcome back to a pretty, impromptu stream. Wasn't planning on streaming this weekend, but I had a good think about it. I finished work, well, a bit late, but still early in what I would do normally, and I wanted to go over the Titans and what was released in the Transformers Earth Wars stream. Now, I know not maybe everyone has seen the stream, but I presume most people have. So what we'll do, I'll go through some important aspects for people. We'll put the stream on in the background. If you've got any questions, put it in the chat, and I'll try and answer it the best I can. I haven't tested them yet, so all I'm going off is my knowledge from watching the stream. I've watched it back about 3 times now. I'm really gone through it, and there's little things that even I missed the first time round that I've took notice of, and I thought, well, that's quite important. That even I missed that, and I think it's important that people know that. I did plan on maybe doing it on Monday night, but then I realised that I'm working last night. I was working till quite late tonight. I'm working till quite late tomorrow. I'm working then Monday morning. Jake has football Monday night. I'm doing interviews. I'm working late Tuesday. And I was like, well, that leaves Wednesday. I'm going to stream Wednesday anyway. So I thought, why wait till Wednesday? Let's get the information out there, get people aware of what's coming to the game in terms of Titans and how they're going to work and things like that, little things that you might have missed. And then next Wednesday, because we should hopefully have started playtesting by then, I can go through maybe a few little bits more in my stream and maybe put to bed any concerns people have or any misconceptions people have about Titans. But just a little bit of a backstory. So, if you see me sort of wince at any point in the stream, it's because I've actually hurt my wrist. I don't even know what I've done to it. I basically woke up this morning. I don't even know. Honestly, I woke up this morning and it started hurting. And then as the days got on more and more, it's just absolutely been killing me. And I've still got to go to work regardless. I cannot go off work when it's you know, when it's the busiest day of the year for me. So yeah, I've had to go and work regardless and cope with it. And yeah, so I will do my best, so to speak. But yeah, if you see me wincing, then I'm sure someone will get a nice screenshot of that, and we'll put it in the chats anyway. But yeah. So like I said, I'm going to play the stream in the background with the sound off, so you won't hear what the apes are talking about because I'm going to cover a lot of it anyway. But if you've got any questions in the chat, put it in the chat, and then every 5 or 10 minutes or so, I'll check the chat and I'll answer any questions I can. If I can't answer the questions, I'll write them down and I will bring them up on Wednesday and answer them the best I can. Okay, cool. So obviously the stream's all about Titans. That's all we're going to be doing about. We're doing any gameplay, anything like that, just talking about Titans and trying to inform everyone, what we've found out so far. So here we go. So like I said, I'm gonna just post the stream, post this in the background. It's on full screen. It's got to cut a bit out, but hey, it's not. I'm not gonna start messing with it now. But hey, we'll leave it like that. So yes, Titans have been announced as coming out on the 21st of October. So just 3 weeks time. So I presume there'll be some sort of event for the Titans. But from what we know already, the main thing is that the two-star Titans will be coming out as part of a campaign. Now, the campaign is pretty easy. I think that literally every player in the game will get these Titans as a two-star pretty much. And the Apes have said that it'd be pretty even in terms of people obtaining the two-star and even the three-star. It'd be quite easy to obtain. And everyone will be able to level them pretty much equally. Again, we'll go into a bit more detail later on. But they said in terms of the three-star, definitely it's very free-to-play friendly, which is a good thing. It means that everyone that's HQ17 will get Titans, basically. Yes, so the two-star will be obtained through a campaign. The three-star will be obtained through an event. I imagine that'll probably be an alliance event. I could be wrong there. But I presume it'd be around 20k, maybe 15k. It'd be free to play anyway. But you know, you are HQ17. You know, the ones that are going to be obtaining it. So I mean, presume lower players will be able to get it, but then unlock it at HQ17. Um, but yeah, it's going to be free to play friendly, so that most players can get it, and I think rightly so. You know, you don't want to make this so only the top guys can have it. The 4-star and the 5-star they said will be in events. I imagine that'll be like the Omega event. So the 4-star will maybe 25, 30k for the 4-star part. So again, free to play obtainable, but it's going to be hard to get. And I imagine the 5-star will be like Omega. I think that was it. Was it a 2 million point event? Something like that. And they've said it will also be available in the shop. So again, I'm presuming it's going to be like the Omega part, which is going to be 5-star shards. Now, honestly, guys, I said this when the Omega part came out. I said, go and play the event. It was 75k per player, 70k per player, something like that. And I know 70k is a lot, but I said, listen, the price it will cost you to get that 70k, trust me, will be a lot easier than getting the 5-star shards. And I think people didn't take that seriously. And then it got to the point where it was released at, was it 15k 5-star shards? And people were like, well, I'm never going to see a Mega Supreme now. Trust me, guys, when this comes out as a 5-star, focus on that event. Spend if you have to. And like I said, guys, I don't like people spend it unnecessarily. But if you have to, then spend for that event and get it in the event. Don't spend all your 5-star shards on a Titan part or on a Mega part. It's such a waste of 5-star shards. Just save all whatever money you've got, save anything you can, and focus on that event. Get the 5-star part, and it's done with them. Your 5-star shards can be used for your 5-star bots. Yeah. Honestly, guys, it's the most cost-effective way. I know 70k is a lot of points. It's a big weekend as well, but trust me, cost-effective wise, it's going to be in the long run. It's going to be a lot more efficient. So the apes have said that everything available free to play, and you know what? It is. It will be available free to play. But let's be honest, how long is it going to take you to get 15k shards free to play? You can get 1,000 every couple of months, you know, in events. It's going to take you 2 years, maybe a year and a half. And that's not including the shards you're going to need for the Omega Supreme part. So it may get to a point where you've got to choose between Omega Supreme or Metroplex. So, like I said, guys, if it's available in the event, make sure you compete in the event and get in an alliance that's going to get that 5-star part. We're going to be covering a few things. Like I said, I've made some notes here. I've got some screenshots. But in terms of how the Titans will work, so they will empower your base. You can do individual structures in terms of defenses. They're still a bit up in the air, but I've got my idea on how that'll work exactly. Again, through some screenshots and from what's already in the game, and sort of combining the two together and thinking, right, well, that is like X that's already in the game. So if that's like that and that's like that, when they extend this, we can sort of see where it's going. We can make an assumption, but it's from, like I said, everything that made assumptions of in the past is, and I'm usually right, but it comes from a place where we could go from past experience and see, you know, how it's going to work. So yes, they can empower your bots, and yes, they can empower your base. They can make your bot stronger, make your combat stronger, and make your defenses stronger. So I've made some sort of pluses and minuses for me, and the main pluses is it's like a two-sided coin. And for me, one big plus is that we're getting an increase for defense, which is well overdue. But then for the increase in defense, we're also getting an increase in offense as well. So because offense is massively overpowered right now over defense, that's going to balance out pretty much. And people have said that Titans will be something that's annoying and just happening, and that's still quite apparent because you could see in the stream that at one point Yanis was playing and it's like, oh, the camera angle is quite awkward, and the Titans were off the screen when he was fighting. and they were quite difficult to make out what they were actually doing because you're focusing your bots at the bottom on the launch pad. Because as soon as you drop your bots on the launch pad, the Titan activates. If there's another Titan there, your Titan will automatically fight the other Titan. Now your Titan gets abilities that it can use. It has passive abilities that it will use on the base or on the opposing Titan. So the passive abilities you can't control. They will attack wherever it can. So if there's another Titan, the passive abilities are going to hit the other Titan. You can't stop that. If there's no Titan at the base, the passive abilities will hit the base. Plain and simple. But they also have their own ability that you can control and you can decide where it goes. So if you decide to use that on the other Titan, that will help you beat the other Titan. But then you've got less attack versus the base in the short run. But if you use that ability on the defense, then obviously you're hoping that your Titan will beat the other one. So we are seeing a bit of battle here. I've timed this actually perfect. We are seeing a battle here, and at some point it will sort of show you the damage that Titans are doing. So you can see there that there's a battle going on, and because there's another of a Titan there, that Titan is now fighting the other one. It will automatically fight the other Titan. You can see there at the bottom right, it has like a beam that's like from Superion. And then at that point, you can use it on the base somewhere. The range is pretty much the entire base, to be honest with you. So it's not like if your Titan deploys on the right, it has to hit on the right. You can hit anywhere on the base. So that's pretty decent as well. But looking at the sort of damage that this Titan does, this is a 4-star. When it hit my, well, hit the bots, say my bots, but when it hit the bots on a replay, it did about 2,500 damage to one bot. Now, that's not overpowered for me. That's not, crazy overpowered. It can make a bit of a difference, in the battle, but it's not going to make or break the battle as a 4-star. So you can see here that Metroplex has been defeated. So because Metroplex has been defeated, Triptychon will now turn on your bots. So basically, whoever has the highest rated combiner and the strongest combiner and wins has an advantage in the war. That's the be all and end all of it, basically. So if the defensive Titan wins, it will turn your bots. It makes that bit harder. But when your Titan wins, it will attack their base, making the attack easier. Now, there's something that occurred to me that's a bit worrying. So thinking outside the box here. So when you're fighting Titan v Titan, the opposing base gets the advantage when the other Titan or your Titan dies. That's when the advantage happens because they're both fighting each other at that point, and it is a bit of a distraction. It just happened in the background. You don't have much say in it. So when they're attacking each other, you don't get much interaction. And the time where it starts to worry you is when your Titan dies. That's when you've got to start to worry about getting hit by the other Titan. So what occurred to me is that you can see in this replay that they've gone through the base. Now your Titan is died, so the other Titan now starts attacking your bot. So you can see there it's hitting for 3,500 damage. I thought 2.5, so 3,500 in an area, which is quite considerable. I mean, it hits them again under the smoke, but then Blades also hits, or Dirge hits them as well. Sort of smoke screen, so the damage you can't really see, but it is about 3.5k damage. So you've got to see there that the team gets wiped out because it's battling outpost bots, because it's battling defenses and the Titan as well. But something occurred to me then, that for me, this is going to make sacrifices even more important. Sadly. Because what you can do is you can drop Goldfire, you can pop all the outposts, and then you will fight the outpost bots, and then your Titan will keep the other Titan at bay while you attack the base at the front, maybe, while you attack the combiners and attack the other bots. And basically what you need is, you basically mainly just need your Titan to distract the other Titan until you defeated their combiner and their bots. Once that's done, it's quite an easy walk. Even if your bots get 3,500 damage, you could just use a heal bomb or something. So yeah, it'd be a bit more of a strain on ability points, But for me, this is going to make sacrifices even more important. And that's going to be my feedback to the Apes next week, is that we really need to have some way to defend against sacrifices. And does that get to a point where we nerf Goldfire? Does it all rushing bots? Do we stop them where they now get stunned by mines? That's the big question. And for me, that is the big talking point in Titans, is not just Titans themselves and how powerful they are, but more about will sacrifices become more apparent than they already even are, which right now is ridiculously overpowered, used far too much, and is far too easy. That's a big question we've got to ask. I don't want to make it all doom and gloom because I'm actually looking forward to these Titans now. I was a bit negative towards them, but I do like the fact that they increase defenses as well. That's a massive part of it. And that I've always said that a big part for me is that you can choose. You should be able to choose everything. Everything should have a counter. Everything should be a choice. There should be no negatives really. I mean, there's going to be some at some point, but you should be able to look and go, okay, well, I can defend against this, but that leaves me open to this. But you can't defend against sacrifices right now. You just can't. So, you know. You can see here as well that the combiner is activated, and while the combiner is activated, the the Titans are still battling. So the battle still goes on even when you drop your combiner. Yes, your bot battles stop, but when your combiner is still active, the Titans still fight each other. And we have covered in the past. I presume that most people have seen my other video on Titans. But no, you can't target the Titans. You can't help your Titan fighting. It's literally a one-on-one battle. So yeah. Um, but yeah, another thing that is, I think is a plus for the Titans is that it's available from Monday morning. So Mondays at the minute are quite quiet and quite boring. And to be honest with Monday, I pretty much take Mondays off. But with the new game mode being accessible from Monday mornings, it means it gives us something to do on Mondays. So on Mondays, I would advise everyone to smash out that Titan XP, get all that XP on Monday. You get that from doing um doing the Titan, what's it called? I forgot again. Titan Assault, for doing the Titan Assault. And you could also get it from doing PvP battles or raiding for resources and little things like that to get XP. So yeah, personally, I'm gonna go on Monday, smash that Titan XP out, and then again I can do my normal Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in terms of Zen, um, and go on from there. I can see Calvin's asked, how does this affect the battle timer? Will it increase given there's another defense factor? No, it won't increase because you don't battle the Titans. Your bots don't battle the Titans whatsoever. The only difference that it will give to your bots is it will take more damage, or you can give more damage to the opposite base, depending. If your Titan wins, it helps your bots defeat the base. If your Titan loses, your bots will take more damage. So this makes the base harder, but it doesn't slow them down anymore, or make them harder, unless you go through the tech tree. And then we'll talk about that, which will make an effect on the timer long term. But again, we'll talk about that later. We'll go through the tech tree. We've got some screenshots and we can talk about that. One negative that, like I said, I have is that it gives an increase on offense. That's a big negative for me. I understand the need to do that, and again, it's a choice. But again, if everyone in the game tomorrow decides, right, I'm gonna increase my offense on my Titan, that's my choice. You can choose between increasing your defense, increasing your bots attack, or increasing your Titan. That's the choice you've got. Do you make your Titan more powerful? Do you make your bots more powerful? Or your defense more powerful? Now, just a bit of advice out there, guys. That yes, you can make your base more powerful, but I've always said from day one, your base might get picked 1 out of 3 or 4 wars as a defense structure. But you use your bots every single war. You use your Titan every single war. So right now I'm a bit undecided, but focus on making your Titan more powerful and making your bots more powerful. One of the two. Because you use your bots in every single battle. You use them for Zen farming. You use them for raids, use them for resource farming. You use your bots wars, use your bots in everything. You can use your titans in Titan Assault, you can use it in wars, you can use it in PvP. You can't use titans in elimination. And you can't use them in events, so it's not going to help you there. But you do use your bots a lot more than you use defense. So I would really focus on either your Titan or your bots. When I know more, which one's more beneficial, I can advise you better. But make plans now, like I said, to always focus on offense more. The only way I would focus on your defense is if you're a commander and you're war focused. If you're war focused and you're a commander, I would maybe look at defense because you're going to help drop a lot of points in that sense. But then maybe increasing your Titan helps on defense as well. So, yeah, maybe the Titan will get the edge. Maybe focusing your Titan will help on defense and offense rather than your bots mostly just defense and your defense. So, but again, like I said, when we go in testing, I will look at the benefits of your Titan and how much actual benefit you get from it compared to increasing your bots. So again, I've got some screenshots just so to give you an idea on how that will increase. We could talk about values, and we said something like that. Yes, Yanis did say no to raids, saying that it'd make it really easy. So they won't be available in raids, but they will be available in resource raids. For getting like Energon and Ally, the normal PvP battle. I think it's easy to just say PvP because you go and actually search for players. It's just segregated like that as in PvP and raids and the Cybertron raids. It just makes it a bit easier. Um, and then obviously the negative, like I said earlier, is that they're quite distracting. That's one of the negatives. But just to get a quick, so going through in terms of Titan Assault. So as you've seen in the last few minutes, the Titan will attack bases. So yes, it is a 4-star Titan, so it is going through them bases really easy. But then you attack 4 bases. And then when you get to the 5th base, you will face another Titan. So the first Titan you will face is a 2-star Titan. This is a 2-star Triptychon. And you will face off against a 2-star Triptychon. And he said that the base will last a bit longer than this. And you keep going, and then every time you face a certain base or a certain Titan, you have 3 chances to beat it. Once you fail 3 times, like in War, that's you done for that week, I believe. So you can't compete in Titan Assault again. So it's important that you get your Titan upgraded as soon as possible. Now they have said that the only advantage top players will have is that because they war at a better level, they will get more more XP for their Titan, things like that. You can get a maximum of 5,000 XP for your Titan per week, which gives you skill points, which we'll talk about in a minute. But the only advantage top players will have is that they'll get that quicker. Lower guys are still able to get that, but because you're battling in lower zones, it's like in events. If I said, right, everyone needs to get to 10k, it might take me 50 battles. It might take someone lower level 60 battles. Now, it's not going to be 50, 60 battles, but the Titan to get 5,000 Titan XP, it might take me 10 battles. It might take you 12 battles. It might take a lower player 15 battles. So it might take you more battles to get it, but ultimately, the higher level you are, just gets it a bit quicker. And that's the way the game should be. The game should be that it's easier at a higher level, but not exclusive, so other people can't get it. So yeah, that's a big part of that. So I'm kind of glad, like I said, it is available to lower players in terms of the XP to upgrade your Titan. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do now, most of this is going through stuff that I've got screenshots of. So we will go through the screenshots now, and we'll have a bit of a chat on all the things we've seen that I've noticed so far. So yes, like I said, that will be the campaign that will be available. I presume that will be on the day of release. So they have said that that is the 21st of October. which is a Friday, I think it'll be. So yes, it'll open up on a Friday and be available for everyone. I imagine they'll do quite an easy event that weekend. Hoping that they might give some Titan XP out or something, or some Titan Spark. But the way it seems is that the XP that goes towards upgrading your bases or your bots or your Titan. But the Titan Spark goes upgrading it per star level. So when I say upgrading your Titan, I mean upgrading the abilities available to it and giving it more powerful abilities. So imagine needing XP to level up your combiner's abilities. So imagine the abilities are separate from the level. So it seems for me at the minute that the more XP you get means you can level up your base. Like I said, choice between base, choice between bots, or choice between your combiner, your Titan, sorry, and its abilities. Whereas the Titan Spark will put it up in levels, so you need to be a certain level before you can unlock the 4-star, like with Omega Supreme. So you'll need a level 10 Titan to get the 4-star. You'll need a level 20 Titan to get the 5-star. You get the idea, but that's the idea behind it, that the Spark will upgrade your Titan to get to a certain level, and the XP will help you improve your defense, offense, or your Titan's abilities. So, yes, that's the campaign there. Like I said, you can get through that and get a 2-star Titan. So as we mentioned earlier, we mentioned skill points, and it's not opening. So let's try again. There we go. So we mentioned skill points, and you can see there that the skill point says 4 available, and these are the things that you need to upgrade your Titan's abilities, your defense, or your offense. Now, you get a skill point for every 1,000 XP you get. Um, so if it's 5,000 XP you can get per week, you can get 5 skill points per week to upgrade, like I said, defenses, offenses, or your Titan. And Action Wells asked, is there any info on the difficulty? We're not told. I imagine you'd be using a Titan at different levels to go through it. But let's be honest, if it's a 2-star Titan, they're gonna want everyone to get this thing. They're gonna want everyone in the game to get a 2-star Titan. So I imagine that it's gonna be quite easy. To be honest with you, I can't see it being that hard. But again, we'll probably do a video doing a walkthrough on how to beat it, and then yeah. Calvin's put, can you reassign skill points? I doubt you'll be able to, so that's where you've got to make a careful choice. And again, we'll go into skill points in a minute, but once you assign the skill points, I'll pretty much guarantee you won't be able to take it back out again. There's nothing in the game that you can invest and take back out. Spark, once you put it in, it's there. Once you upgrade the bot, it's there. You can't unupgrade it. You can't take the XP out and share it. A gotcha game is very much making you have choices, um, between um, between what you want, and that's the hard part about making a choice. Ow. That hurt. Okay. Um, so we go on to Titan's abilities. So you can see there that they get a 2, 3, 4-star, and 5-star abilities. Now, these abilities here are the passive effects that your Titan will do. No, no, these are the passive effects your Titan will do regardless. So you can see there you got Titan attacks, you got the passive attacks, and you've got Titan inspire. And these are the abilities that you can actually physically use on the base and choose. So you can see there that the 2-star abilities, a bit like the rocket swarm that we see from Superion. The 3-star seems a bit like the Octus Maximus ability in some way, where maybe it's some sort of defense or something. Maybe it increase your defense. The 4-star ability looks a lot like Superion's beam, and the 5-star ability looks like some sort of AoE. Like Volcanicus's 4-star ability. So I imagine that. And Calvin's put something in the chat that I need to sort of address as well. He was we talked a while about the MDS controlling your base and being able to design your base. The Eights decided to sort of scrap that for the time being. They don't want to bring Titans out and increase defenses and then put something else on top of that in case of bugs. So the war improvements have been pushed back, sadly. So I do think we'll get some war improvements, but all this that we've worked on in the past few weeks and balanced, it's been shelved, and personally, I can't ever see it coming to the game because Titans kind of do that a bit. But it's going to be a long wait, sadly. And it's sad, really, because the playtest did put a lot of effort into it, but it has been shelved. So the more improvements are going to come a lot later than we thought. And sadly, because Titans are quite slow to upgrade, it means that wars are not going to get any better anytime soon. Sadly. But it is what it is. Yes, so you can see there that's the abilities that you can use. These are passive effects. So the Titan attacks is the attacks that it will use, and the passive effects, passive Titan passive effects. Try again. And then the Titan Inspire is something where when your Titan dies, or maybe kills the other Titan, not too sure yet, but your Titan dies, it affects your team. So that could be some sort of shield, like Defensor gives, or it could be some sort of speed up like Omega Supreme gives, and that'll be your choice what to give. Whether that, I presume that would stack with the combiners in some way. I can't imagine it being the same. I think I'll give it something different. But it gives your team an extra boost when the Titan dies. So I'm hoping that that doesn't play out, that it counteracts the opposite Titan's attacks. Because then, what's the point in having Titans then? If your Titan dies and it gives you a benefit to counteract the other Titan, well then why even have Titans other than them looking good? Because you don't get any advantage there. So I'll be disappointed personally if that Inspire works to counteract Titans pretty much completely. Should help you for a short period, but not that it counteracts Titans. Definitely not. And then we can see there that we've got the Titan passive effect, which is a bit like the Fusion Bomb, so a different passive effect. And that'll be pretty cool to use as well. And you can see there you've got three different Titan attacks. So we've got something that is like a sort of fireball. Then we've got the special ability of it looks like sort of AoE in a line. It looks like a bit of a bomb run, like power glide. So that's another ability, and the ability there looks a lot like the 3-star ability. So maybe this will be just when you fight the opposite combiner, opposite Titan. I keep saying combiner, but the opposite Titan. And this would be obviously what you control. So you see there looking at, so this one is called, there's one called Fireball and there's one that says No Ray Explosion. So No Ray, I presume, will be some sort of stun area with damage as well, I'm hoping. But yeah, the two that we can see there is Fireball and No Ray. And on to the next one. You can see there you've got Fine Technician. You've got Bulletproof, which I presume will be some sort of protection from maybe long range attacks. And then you've got Fine Technician. What a Fine Technician is, I've got no idea right now. But yeah, another ability that we'll be able to set. We've got some abilities here. Now, they said that these values are not set yet. Nothing is guaranteed, but you can see there that the Titan passive effects is this a passive ability is 20% damage reduction from ranged attacks from your enemy's Titan. So I presume that depends on what the other Titan is set at. Hopefully in war you'll be able to see what the other Titan is set at in terms of their attacks, and you can counteract that. So it does add an extra element of planning in. So you can look at it and go, right, okay, their Titan is set for ranged attacks. I'm going to put a passive effect that protects against ranged attacks. So it's just something else that you need to look for in war that you can defend against. Whether you need resources to swap these round, again, is a bit up in the air. I've not seen anything to prove that yet, so you should be able to change it per battle. But again, that's yet to be seen. Then we've got the Fine Technician, which says 10% ability damage increase. So that means that I presume that it'll increase these, I think, and not these abilities. So you could choose to increase your Titan's offensive abilities, I think. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I think that's what it'll be, I think. Ability damage increase. I don't think it'll be your bots. I think it'll be your Titan's abilities. That's Titan techniques, though. So, again, I'm a bit undecided what Fine Technician will be. Whether it be these, I don't think it'll be your bots somehow. But you never know. I doubt it, though. So you can see here that these are sort of choices that we have. So you can see there, that's a lot like Snapdragon in terms of a fireball, some sort of shield which protects. We've got the bombing run, looks like. We've got some sort of some sort of protection or something like that, bulletproof thing. This looks like some sort of healing. I imagine this will give your bots maybe some healing when he dies, I think, or something. And this looks like the fusion bomb. You can see there that this is some sort of fire protection, maybe. This is a slowdown effect by the times that you can see. So that was some sort of slowdown. And then you can see there that that looks to me like Laser Optimus's, where the ability will bounce off other things and do a percentage less damage everything it bounces off. So increase the damage anyway. But you get the idea on how it'll work and the choices you can make. And you can see there that the Titan attacks. This Titan actually has two effects and two passive effects. So as you upgrade the Titan, I mean, looking at the previous one, he was 8790 and this one was 8790. So it seems to me that on this Titan's been upgraded. They've chose to upgrade the actual Titan itself. When you use your skill points, you probably can upgrade it so it can have more passive effects and more Titan attacks, which makes that more powerful. Give it two rather than one. But again, that'll be a choice whether you want to upgrade it, maybe make it more powerful, or whether you want more, so you can equip more than one. And for me, this is quite apparent if it's the same in Call of Duty. Play Call of Duty, you can have perks where it either gives you the ability to equip two things rather than one, but then you have to forsake something else. And I think that'd be pretty cool if you have a choice between having two that are quite powerful or one that's really powerful but is a bit slower maybe. So which does more damage? Using two different ones, because if you defend only against ranged attacks but you have a ranged attack and a close attack, then they can't defend against both. Where if you only choose one, it might do more damage. But if their Titan is protected against that, then you're gonna struggle a bit. So I like the idea that hopefully that gives you some sort of choice. Anything around choice, I'm a massive fan. So this is a quick screenshot of the Titan Assault. So this will be a new game mode there that you can see that will be coming out. And this will be the Titan Assault. Like I said, you'll be able to battle 4 bases that will be quite easy to begin with. And then the 5th one will be a boss battle where eventually, I imagine this will be a 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star. And this might be a 5-star and a base maybe. And you might need a 5-star, a 5-star Titan for that maybe. But it will obviously progress harder and you'll get a boss at the end of every module to make it harder. So this is the tech tree, and I've got quite a few screenshots for this that we're going to go through. So we'll cover the basics here. So as the apes described it, is that there's a lot of different things that you can use. So you can see there that you've got warrior attacks, minion attacks, shield generator airstrikes, minion health, gunner ability damage, combiner attacks, combat companion attack, warrior ability damage, or gunner laser resistance. So there's loads of things that you can do. Now, when I first saw this, I was like, right, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to invest everything on this. But the apes have said that that's not possible. What you need to do is you need to upgrade your Titan also to be able to unlock different levels. And you also need to spread your skill points out. So you can't just invest all in one, it seems. So you can't put all 5 into one thing. You've got to sort of build up. I'm not saying you have to upgrade everything, I don't think. But you will have to choose a bit carefully and invest your points fairly evenly or in a few things rather than just one. So what the standard sort of thing seems to be is 3% increase. So the max you can get is to 5, I believe, I'm told. Like I said, it's 1,000 XP per skill point, and the max level is 5. I imagine in time they may open that up to be higher levels, and that will then make your bots even more powerful or your defenses even more powerful. So for HQ18, they might say, right, level 5 to 6 to 10 is now open in your tech tree, and it gives you something else that you've got to work towards to upgrade to be part of a HQ18 and to be part of a maxed base. So from what we can see, we have a 3% increase. So you see there, that is a 6% increase because it's level 3. Um, level 2, sorry, level 2, so 6%. That'll be minion attack, so it'll give your minions a 6% attack increase. You can see there that combat companion attack, that'll be increased by 3% at a time. So the minion attack seems to me like it will be Blaster's minions or Binor's minions. So that will give those minions a 3% increase because it doesn't say combat anywhere where it does on the other combats. But there you could choose minion health to give your little minions more health if you like. But the big one for me is warrior ability damage. As soon as that, I thought Goldfire. Easy choice. I'm going to upgrade Goldfire. But you got to think for level 5, you've got 3, 6, 9, 12, a 15% increase, which will give Goldfire around 700 extra damage. And when I worked it out, I was like, that's not actually that much. 700 damage. So although the warrior ability damage at first might think, whoa, that's amazing that we're giving Goldfire a buff. I've talked in the past about the fact that Goldfire's damage is not the main thing that makes him so powerful. Yes, it helps, but the main thing that makes him so powerful is the ability to pop outposts from quite a range, making them waste their abilities. That's why Cup is using Wars just as effectively and does a lot less damage. Yes, Goldfire's helps because it helps you get through the base faster because it does more damage, but the damage is secondary, and this becomes apparent in this. So although a lot of people will be looking at that going, yeah, I'm going to upgrade a warrior ability damage because it'll get me through the base faster, maybe, it won't really improve Goldfire that much. It can obviously help the likes of Rook, things like that. But you've got to think that even in terms of Rook, he does about 3k damage. So a 15% increase is about 400, 500 damage. So that's not that much. For me, the big one there, I got attracted to that straight away. But the big one for me is the minions, because I use Blaster a lot personally. So for me, that'd be really important to give the minions more health. Definitely, because it protects your bots for longer. In terms of warrior attack, personally, my feedback will be I would put that a lot higher because their attack is very low. I'd probably make that even 5%, maybe even 6% per upgrade level. Whether that'll happen or not, it's yet to be seen, but that'll be my feedback. That some of these things need to seriously be upgraded. So, for example, the gunner laser resistance, which we'll talk about in a minute, and we'll look into the stats, but it's 3%. A 3% protection from I think it's beam lasers and turrets. Like I forget what core it is now. Trinity and plated, I think it is. No, it's for gunners though. I can't remember what it is, but there's a core there that does that, and this will stack on top of that. But let's be honest, when are you really gonna protect your gunners from beam lasers and from turrets? Because let's be honest, if a beam laser starts hitting your gunner, it's going to be dead soon. And yes, you can say, well, okay, the resistance will help. Not that much. Those Cybertron charges are crazy. And if people start upgrading their defenses to make those more powerful, because that's one of the key defenses people will make more powerful, it's going to counteract it. So I wouldn't personally touch that at all. I don't think beam lasers are that much of a worry towards gunners. They're more of a worry towards your tanks. So there's certain things in there I think need balancing a lot better rather than the 3% across the board, which seems to be set at the minute. So yes, I just want to address as well. Make sure that Grind Time will be doing a stream this weekend, this Sunday. I usually streams at. So make sure you go and check out Grind Time's stream attack, guys, on Sunday, where we did a bit of I presume, some cup lagooning. So yeah, maybe you might try a bit of Snapdragon lagooning. Hint, hint. Maybe not. But yeah. So now we've got some more screenshots that we can just show to sort of prove this. So you see level 2 there, it's at 6%, and then if we increase it to level 3, it's 9%, but it requires Titan Tech Tree level 10 to do that. So you can see there that we've got, that's the warrior attack again, sorry, I think. Oh, no, hang on, that's why, hang on. Yep, so there's a couple more there. So you can see there we've got medic health. So you can increase your medic health. Warrior outpost attack. So increase the attack in the outpost. Special class health, which we could see the, what's brought back in terms of special teams working together. And this is sort of where we're going into the synergy. So if you have a team of special bots, a whole team of them, then obviously you can increase the whole health of those. Again, that'll be a 3% increase per level, so it's 15% increase, which for one bot is not that much. When you times that over a whole team of special bots, then 15% increase is quite a lot of health over those. You know, if you're talking about a 25k health bot, 10%, 15% of that is about 3k health. Times that over maybe 4 tanks that you might have, that's like an extra 12k health. So yeah, I can see that actually well as put medic health will help. For me, if your medic's taking damage, I'd be worried. If you're really gonna walk properly and really path them properly, your medic shouldn't need that extra health. So I wouldn't look at that. Air class health could be a good one. Yes, you can walk perfectly, but yes, you're gonna should stay behind your tanks, but they do, get a bit caught in the crossfire. Healers not as much, but definitely the likes of Jets. And I think they're giving them more health along with gunner health. That'll be quite something decent to add in. Then we can see Warrior Beam Resistance. I'm not a fan of that personally. You can see there we've got a combiner health, so you can increase the health of your combiner. So whether that'll work in an outpost, give that to Omega Supreme in an outpost. Wow. All of a sudden your combiner is crazy health. And I still want to see that extra health from a combiner. I think the combiners aren't scary enough. So that'll be my feedback, that we need 100% health of all combiners everywhere in the game. And get rid of that debuff for 50% for all the combiners, make it 100 regardless. I think that'll help a lot. Air class laser resistance, not going to bother. Air class ability damage. So will we see the likes of air shows coming back? You've got a Titan that can target anywhere on the map, so it can target the shield generator. You've got extra damage to the shield generator, so you could give one of your jets that has increased range, extra damage against the shield generator, and then take out the HQ maybe. I'm sure it's balanced, so you can't do that maybe, but maybe you can. We could see a return of that. Will we see a return of backdoor attacks? Because again, you can help your combiner to get rid of certain structures, and then with the increase of ability damage and anything else and range maybe, then yeah, it might bring back backdoor attacks. Definitely a possibility. But you can see there, medic range, which that is ridiculous. That will mean your medics stay back even more, which is crazy. Medic healing, that's a definite for me. Increasing your healing. My team is all made around distracting, stunning, and healing. I use stripes a lot. I use rung. I think I've got 4 and 5-star stripes. I've got 5-star and 4-star rung. I've got my Cronus and 2 healers that have both heal bombs on them. So a lot around healing. So very, very targeted around healing and things like that. But yeah, I can see that Silverbolt's put, oh, they can heal behind walls. Be careful of pathing though as well. Keep that in mind. Because yes, healers do still path. If it's they could run around walls and stay behind walls sometimes. Maybe it'll help them, maybe it won't. Yet to be seen, but we'll see. Combine that ability damage as well. So yeah, some cool ones there. Um, so yes, you can see there, like I said, goes up by 3%, and that's just the original screen. Sort of looking at that, it goes up to 3, 6. So the minions are 6% at level 2 as well. And then again, look, combiner health, so that's at 3% for level 1. But you need 120 points assigned. So because the combiner health is maybe higher on the tech tree, you need to have assigned 120 points before you can use that. So I think that some of the better ones will be lower down in the tech tree or higher in these tiers. And these tiers, to open tier 8, say, you will need to have assigned a certain amount of points. So you can't just go straight to tier 8 and go, right, I'm going to do medic heal, level 5, dun 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 dun. You can't do that. You need to assign more points all over. So you need to go back to the original and go through tier 1, maybe tier 2, and assign some of those. You might have to assign some to defenses. You might have to assign some to your Titan. That's yet to be seen yet. But you need a certain level tech tree. As you can see there, it requires a Titan tech tree of level 10. And then you can see in the one we just saw that you need to also assign skill points. So yeah, there's a lot, like I said, there's a lot to take in. So there you can see you need 150 points aside. So I presume that the combiner health might be. Did we see what it was? We'll try and go back and see what. So combiner health. What tier was it? Can we see? Combiner ability damage. Combiner health. So combiner health is tier 5. So by tier 5, you need to have assigned probably. Find it again. You need to have assigned 120 points for tier 5. Obviously, by the time you get to tier 8, that's going to be probably ridiculous. So you need 120 points. And Grind Transport, how do I know this? Because I watched the stream and I've watched the video 3 times. That's how I know. I do my homework. How can I help you guys and give you guys a good idea on how these things work if I don't know myself? So it's my job to, well, as a YouTuber, to go and do the homework, go and learn this information and be able to pass it on to you guys. Now, some of these are assumptions, but they're, like I said, assumptions by what we can see on the screen and what we can take, notes of. Hence why I took the screenshots, hence why I've watched it a few times, and hence why I've listened to what they've said and took it all in and made decent assumptions. So, yeah. So there you can see you need 150 points assigned. So you can sign 5 per week, 20 per month. So to get some of these really good ones, it's going to take you months. Yeah? Months. And I mean months. They've said that it's going to be a slow release. It's not something that you can smash out, that you can buy in bundles. It's not that. It's going to take your time. But that sort of worries me as well. Because again, we need something for wars now. We need something for wars right now. And this is not going to be it, sadly. Going to the next one. So Titan Tech Tree. So you can see there, this requires Titan Tech Tree 11 to be able to do the minion attack. You can see there, the shield generator airstrike increase air class ability damage against shield generators by 10%. That's at level 1, so you're probably going to upgrade it by like 40% maybe. It was 10% level 1, 15, 20, 25, so by 30%. So that's considered about a damage, but let's be honest, most 5-star jets can take a shield generator out at a high level anyway. So I think that'd be good for lower guys that want to do backdoor attacks that maybe have a 4-star jet. But 5-star jets, unless the other person has some sort of tech tree which increases the shield generator health, which I think will be there, then you will need that to be able to take out the shield generator. So if you do backdoor attacks and the other person has the shield generator perk assigned, you're going to probably need the shield generator airstrike perk to counteract that. And this is what I like. That for every defense, there's an offense option, and you need to use that to counter that. Very good. I like that. Then, like I said, you need 30 points assigned to even do a minion health. So you need to assign them to all level 1, maybe a few at level 1, before you can get minion attack or minion health to whatever to level 2. So you have to go through it. Special class health, like we talked about earlier, like I said, it's 3% increase per level, but you need 90 points aside for tier 4. So again, for tier 4, you need 90 assigned. For tier 2, you need 30 assigned. So I imagine it's nothing, 30, 60, and it'll probably go up by 30 per thing, so that's 90. And then we looked earlier, so gunner health isn't on there, I can't see, but you can imagine that'll be about level tier 8 or 9 or something. Maybe less, but yeah, it goes up in tiers like that. Warrior outpost attack. I doubt I'd have to use that. And then we've got, like I said, any different ones? No, just some screenshots. Different thing is gunner ability damage. So if you've got a 4-star sea spray and it doesn't really work against max bases, well, you can give them this perk. And this means that, yeah, whether you could equip multiple perks, whether it's just a one or whether it's one per, you know, attack, that depends. But for me, I'm hoping you could pick a few, maybe, not just one, but have a limit of how many you can pick. I think that'd be pretty cool. But I can't see anything where it says you can equip X many, so it might just be one, it might be all of them. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, very cool. So then we've got I think dog needs to go out. Go out. Give me a minute, guys. I'll leave it open for her as well. I'll be freezing cold for her. So then, yes, as you can see there, we've got a warrior attack, like we mentioned earlier, and yes, as you can see, it's a level 2. So yes, 3% per level again. So then we've got defense. So same thing applies, that you can increase the cannon attack by 3%, increase the shielding, like we talked about earlier. Um, So you've got mortar health that you can increase, mortar attack, MDS ability damage resistance. So this certain, like I said, you can give certain defenses certain increases. Just be careful with this though, because first thing I noticed was cannon attacks, and then we can give cannons more attack, but then once they get hacked, they do more damage against your base. So keep that in mind, that increasing the attack might not be the best thing, and it might be better increasing health, so when they get hacked, they still survive, and increasing ability damage. So when you're doing your defenses, I'd focus more on health, which will slow people down, make them get through your base slower. I would look at ability damage rather than attack. Yes, attack does more damage, but unless there's some sort of anti-hack coming out into the build bots, which I'm hoping for, but you never know, then yeah, because hack is sort of powered, it's going to be an issue giving your base more attack. And then we can see, yes, that, mortars have a 3% increase as well. So you're talking like a 50% increase for defenses. So I would make an assumption, again, that if a defense is 4k, that with 10, 15%, you're looking at 600 extra HP. So a 4,000 HP defense will become 4,600. So the MDS is 6,700. So that means just over 1,000 HP increase at max. So the MDS will become 7,700. I think that Jetfire will still be able to one-shot that, but then once you add Prime League on top of that, which is 10% of that again, you're talking another 770, so 8,400. I think Jetfire might be able to just one-shot that if hard most is 10%. I wouldn't count on it. The way the game's going, I wouldn't count on Jetfire taking out an MDS, especially with ability damage. People are going to flock towards that. People are going to give the MDS ability damage resistance. That is a big one for me there. And people are really going to home in on that. So make sure you've got a good combo to take out some high HP defenses. Maybe use your combiner, maybe use your Titan to take out the MDS and focus on the MDS because you're really going to struggle for your jets taking that out when people upgrade it, and they will. So there's the Titan attack overview, like I said. So you can upgrade the attack perks for your bots, the defense perks, and the Titan perks. Let's go to the Titan perks. So you can see there that you can increase your Titan attack. You can upgrade your Titan passive abilities. So the Titan attacks is what you attack on the defense, and it seems there. See the plus sign there. So it means it probably upgrades the amount of attacks you can choose from. So you might have 2 attacks. Titan passive ability, because of the plus sign, I imagine you get an extra one. So you could probably have up to 5 maybe. Then tier 1 Titan passive ability, again it's got a plus sign and plus sign plus sign. Because it goes up 5 levels, I will make an assumption that you could maybe equip 5. Maybe not, maybe it just makes them more powerful. Maybe the first one gives it an extra one, maybe 2 upgrades it. But you can see there that you can also upgrade your Titan as well. It does say that it's max level at level 5 there, but it doesn't say how powerful it is. Titan attack 1 max level. I think that's wrong. I think that'll be fixed by the time of release. As we said, when you go into raids, when you go in PvP battles, you get XP. When you battle in wars, you get XP for your combiner. And this is the 5,000 XP we talked about there. And as we sort of showed earlier, this is your XP here. So you can get a maximum of 5,000 per week. So through wars, through PvP, and through Titan Assault, that will give you more of these skill points that you can get, and you invest the skill points in one of these. I hope that sort of clears that up. That you're fighting wars, and I think they said 20 war battles in a week at high level will max that out. I'm just encouraging people to play more of the game, play Titan Assault, play wars, and do PvP battles more. And that will obviously, like I said, give you skill points so you can upgrade your Titan further, which again gets you better at Titan Assault, which helps you in PvP, which helps you in wars to hopefully win more, which then gets you more skill points. Then you get more skill points to upgrade it again, which helps you in wars. It's a circle that keeps going round. So the more active you are, the more you will get out of Titans. Plain and simple. And like I said, that's the XP thingy. And you can see there, weekly capped. So you can only get 5,000 per week, and that is reset on a Monday. So maybe on a Monday, try and get as much as you can, maybe 3,000, and then you could probably go through wars the rest of the week and hoping that you win. If you can 300 quite easily, then you'll get to 5,000, fairly quickly. But if you've got any questions about these guys, put them in the chat. And let's go through some of my notes that I haven't covered, and I'll try and answer any questions you've got, and go from there. So there won't be any charging, anything like that. You won't have to charge your Titans up. Your Titans will be available all the time, so it doesn't need a resource, which I'm kind of glad about, really, because in terms of the shield generator, in terms of the combiner, it's very resource heavy, and I find that I've not always got the resources, especially events. So this is good that it does this, that it doesn't need more resources. I think then it gets a bit on top that you've got to do Titan Assault, Zen farming, PvP, raids, wars, and everything else. It's not adding more on. It's enough that they put Titan Assault on, but I like the fact that they Put this XP into wars, into something you're doing already, and into PvP that you should be doing already through getting resources and things like that. So I like the fact that they put this XP into there, and it's not making it too much more demanding. It's just increasing. Let's be honest, some guys out there that be like, meh, I don't do Zen farming. I don't really do resource. I might do a few hours of resource raiding just to get a bit from my shield generator, but I don't need any energy on railer. I don't need any alloy. I don't need any Zen because I've got enough through wars, whatever. And yeah, I just have a chilled out week. If it's an untracked war, I'm not going to bother. I want to end. If there's no track wars all week, I had the week off. This changes that. You need to battle in wars. You need to do PvP battles, and need to do your Titan assault. So yeah, it will increase your activity. But and again, it's up to you. You know, if you don't want to do all this, don't, and your Titan won't be as higher. Um, what else? Let's see if there's any more notes that I've made. Um, So, like I said, I just want to clarify that the stats are not set. They may change. But I imagine, like with cores, when you upgrade them, it'll be static. So if it's 3%, it'll stay at 3%. I can't imagine it going 3, then 5, then 7, then 10, then 15. I don't think so. Personally, I would rather level 5 be a lot more beneficial. And again, that's some sort of feedback that I can sort of give to the apes next week. You know, next Wednesday stream, I can talk about. I won't be able to talk about too much about the actual Titans themselves more than what we've talked about now. I don't think there's much more to really say, really. But in terms of balancing and exact stats, but I'll talk to you guys about my feedback already. I could talk about that because that's my feedback, which we'll probably talk about on Wednesday's stream. But like I said to you guys, you know, I am under an NDA, so I can't talk about too many things, or at least definitely not show them. But I can definitely talk about these things. In terms of my feedback and what I think of the Titans, and some opinions. So yeah, look out for Wednesday's stream, guys, and we'll be going through them. And Diony John Gastanes, is that right? This is not easily raid. You can't attack Cybertron raids. You can't attack Cybertron raids with these. They're not available. You can't use them in Zen farming because Zen is all about your bots. But in terms of PvP, as in terms of getting energy on and getting ally, then yes, you can use Titan in those. Only in wars, only in Titan Assault where you only use your Titan. So in Titan Assault, you don't take your bots, it's just your Titan, that's all you take. But you can use your Titan and bots in wars, and Titan and bots in PvP battles, which is your resource raiding for Energon Ally. Yeah. Um, but the Titan inspire abilities that we covered earlier as well. So like I said, will improve your team in some way. And I think that's going to be interesting because it might give your team a shield or more attack for a certain amount of time. And I think that's going to help as well. So I'm sort of leaning towards giving. I'm going to spread my skill points out, I think, between my bots. I personally, right now, I'm thinking I might give my defenses more health. I might give some of my key bots like minions a bit of a boost to help me on attack, and then increase some of my skill points into my Titan as well. From what I can see, you get 5 skill points per week, and from what we can see earlier, that it takes is it a couple of skill points? So you can see there that that one takes 2 skill points for level 1. So you could probably get a couple of level 1s to level 2 every single week, maybe. So yeah. But the big question for me, and something that I've thought about, so everything in this game that we go through, so you get X, and X is really good. So you get 4-star bots. You get 4-star bots. 4-star bots are brilliant, and they work for doing whatever you want to do. But eventually, you want, as a company, they're going to want you to want something else. They are. So Superion came out. That was the combiner. Everyone wanted Superior. Then thought Max came out. Everyone wanted him, but it was awful. But you get the idea. Then Volcanicus came out. Everyone voted Volcanicus because he was better than the previous one. Then Victorian came out because she was better than the previous one. Then Defensor came out because he was better than the previous one. Then Mega Supreme came out because he was better than the previous one. Then Computron. And you see how the combiners have gone. Yeah? And that's how bots have gone. They have improved in the last year. Let's forget the last year. Let's get the last year. Throw it at the ball. Throw it out the window. It's gone. Forget about it. But that's how bots should really progress and how they kind of have over the last year. But the game progresses like that. It makes you chase something else. So, for those that remember when raids come out, we had Metroplex and we had Triptychon. And everyone was doing alright at raids. And Space Ape said, we're going to make this a bit harder. We're going to bring out some new Titans. We're going to bring out Fortress Maximus and Scorponok. I will bet money on it right now that they will bring out these Titans, and if they, in a year's time, maybe in 2 years' time, they will bring out new Titans. They will bring out Fortress Maximus and Scorponok as playable characters, which you can upgrade, but you'll start from zero again. So be very cautious with investing in it. Be very careful. Make sure it's going to be used. And then when you get to a point where they're at a good level, hold back a bit maybe. Especially in a year's time. You'll probably see that I'm going to start maybe investing a bit less, hopefully, and maybe trying to claw a few back so that when the next one comes out, I'll have some to invest in that more. I am very cautious and very economic with my investment in terms of my bots. So, most of my bots are level 63 or 64. I've only got a few bots at level 65. I've got Cup, I've got Blades at level 65, and Goldfire. They're the only three bots that I have got level 65. That is it. I am very economic, like I said. I am very cautious with my resources. And personally, I'm going to invest everything in these Titans to start with for the next year, maybe. And then after that year, if I get a little bit of a sniff, a little bit of anything that says Fortress Maximus is coming, I'm going to start hoarding. But you guys will know. When I start doing that, you will know. Because all of a sudden, I can't say Fortress Maximus is coming out, but all of a sudden you'll see, oh, hang on a minute. Wozza saved some Cabana Spark there. Why is he doing that? There's only one answer, guys. There's only one thing to to think, and that is that, no, it's not that I'm just hoarding Grind Time. Because Grind Time calls me a hoarder, but ask him how much Spark he's got and how much I've got. How much Zen I've got and how much Zen he's got. Just saying, Grind Time. Just saying. Yeah, I am very cautious with my Spark. But, sorry, Grind Time, but also look at Grind Time's war scores compared to mine as well. Did I say that out loud? Sorry. I'm just joking with him. But you get my idea that, if I could do it, if I could be really economic in my investment and really cautious and really careful, and still be in a good alliance in the game and doing really well, then you guys can do it too. It's just knowing what to invest in, don't just jump in and go, yeah, I'm going to invest everything in my Titan and do this. And then in a few weeks' time, you start thinking, yeah, I wish I wouldn't have done that now. I'm now 3 or 4 weeks behind now because I invested in something else. Yeah, I did that and suffered. I invested heavily when HQ 17 came out. I invested heavily in leveling up Goldfire when everyone told me, believe it or not, Goldfire is no good at HQ 17. I swear on my life, that is the advice I was given from top guides. And I am sad to say that for about 2-3 months, I listened to that and stopped using Goldfire. But I invested heavily in 4-star Elita, 5-star Goldfire, 4-star Star Saber, because I thought that my cleanup attack would still work. And AoE kind of does still work. It has come back around again, but at the time it didn't. And honestly, like it's the biggest mistake I've ever made in the game was probably listening to other people, sadly. Um, I've got that big-headed that I'll say that. But yeah, that's probably the biggest mistake I made was to other people's opinion on bots. And then as soon as that went a bit wrong, I went back to Goldfire and started absolutely smashing it. And it's a good honest truth, guys, that I was doing Goldie sacks long before most other people will. I was one of the first people to do it. I wouldn't say I was the first, but I'd say one of the first 5 or 10%. And you can probably ask Gang Time that, and he'll tell you that. There was other people doing it, obviously, as well. But, it didn't catch on as much until people started doing really well with it. People started going, oh, maybe we should do that as well. Um, but yeah, so when these Titans come out, guys, be very cautious in investing. If you've got any questions, hit me up in the stream, guys, if you're not too sure. But the best thing to do, guys, honestly, is join my Discord. That's the best thing you can do. So join my Discord, come in there. If you've got any questions on Titans, put them in the chat, tag me. I will definitely get to it. But don't forget, if you're a member, you get literally there and then help. Yeah, direct help. I will give you a direct line for you to message me on Discord. Most PMs in Discord, I don't answer. That's not me being a bit of a, just that I get quite a few guys, and I have to sort of get to a point where I'm like, listen, I have to help my members and give them value. And for them, I give them personalized advice where I will help them for a good, amount of time. So if you want some really personalized advice, become a member. Well, platinum member. But if you don't, it's fine. Hit me up in Discord, and I will come round to it at some point, and obviously still answer all questions. Maybe not as fast as you remember, but yeah. But the biggest thing, guys, is subscribe. Don't forget, it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. It doesn't cost you a penny. Because I still have people saying like, "Oh, I'm not spending just to watch." No, you don't spend to be a subscriber, guys. So if you're watching right now, guys, just hit the subscribe button. Any Titan info, you'll be the first to know. Come and join my Discord, tag me in there, and I will gladly um, help you any questions. But don't forget, Grind Time has told me that he's actually streaming tonight as well. So make sure you check that. So Grind Time, when's your stream from now? It's about half an hour. It's 2:30 in the morning for me. Just to give you a heads up, to give you an idea what time it is. It's 2:30 a.m. And I'm up at 9 a.m., half 9:30 a.m. for Jake's football, so it's getting late. So I will try. I'll be honest with you, with grind time, it sounds really bad, but in grind time stream and high stream, I generally go to bed, I put it on, listen to it, I fall asleep. I'm not saying they're boring, but honestly, it's just so late for me that it's on. But I had to put it and listen to it, and then I fall asleep halfway through half the time. So if you see me in grind time streams and high stream, and I'm chatting, and all of a sudden go quiet, then I fell asleep. I'm in bed. So you control me in the chat as much as you want because I'm not there to defend myself. So just a little bit of a heads up. But yeah, grind times stream is in about 28 minutes, 30 minutes from now, guys. So make sure you go and check that out for some really good top level grinding. And I'm sure also was some of the leaderboard. But yeah, thanks for everyone for tuning in. Make sure you hit a like on the video if you've liked anything that we've covered today. Make sure you subscribe if you want any more information on Titans. But yeah, thanks to everyone for tuning in. Join me on Wednesday. We'll have a bit more information. And like I said, when Titans are available, you'll be the first to know if you subscribe to my channel. All right. Well, thank you guys. It's been really fun. I'm glad I sort of did this and sort of fit it in my crazy busy schedule weekend. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. See you on Wednesday. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. And peace out, everyone. Thanks.